So we experienced an enormous amount of both challenges and incredible opportunities. If I had to summarize the learnings that we had, it's that even though schools exist for students, and it's very tempting to try to impact students directly by changing the curriculum, the key place to change education is teachers. Also principals and staff, but teachers. And even though we initially tried to get teachers to teach the skills of well-being to students, we found that if teachers didn't learn these skills themselves and practice them as human beings, not as teachers, then if they did this, only then could they teach and embed these skills for well-being in the classroom and in their lives. So we really realized that the key way to change the entire system of education is to give teachers the skills to flourish and thrive. We learned that changing only what impacts the students but not the teacher leads eventually to burnout and the other kinds of problems that we see in education traditionally. Absolutely. So once teachers learned these skills and actually were embodying and practicing them, students, rather than having an authority figure in the classroom, they had eventually a mentor, someone they could trust, they felt comfortable with, and that's why, to a great degree, teachers with higher levels of well-being are better teachers. Two, we found higher levels of engagement, students being genuinely interested in what was being taught because the skills are applicable, they're relevant to their own lives. And number three in the well-being ecosystem is meaning and purpose. We found that when teachers were meaning and purpose driven, they were protected against burnout and they inspired their students. And so bottom line is, what we saw in the positive side is we weren't making education a little better, we were truly creating better educators. And the same thing, we weren't just changing learning a little better, we were empowering better learners with lifelong skills for well-being. On the flip side, the challenging parts that we experienced were mostly political. Because we were going at scale and working with governments, there are often strong vested interests, people who want to be there not for the well-being of students, children, adolescents, and eventually society, but they're there because they like political power. So we had to learn how to navigate the local politics and how to say, look, well-being leads to enhanced academic performance, and enhanced academic performance is in your best interest because that's how you'll be judged as a government official. Financing was obviously something that we faced, and it was a challenge, but once we were able to show the results with a pilot that was large enough, and when the standardized exams went up by investing in the well-being of teachers, which translated to the well-being of students, then the funding came. But I think yes, they were difficult moments, but eventually we learned how to overcome them, and those lessons we were able to transfer to other places.